Hey everybody, Brian the Wild Armenian, rat ride, carport builder, mechanic, real estate investor, whatever you want to call me. Don't call me late for lunch. Hey, and it's a beautiful morning. It's kind of overcast this morning, kind of chilly. Not chilly. I mean, for the northern people, this is probably hot, but to me, it's cold, and it's like 59, 60ish. But it's okay. It's better than freezing 30. Again, welcome. I'm glad you came into my channel. My topic was on my when retiring early and getting Social Security benefits. There's 5 things you need to be really look into. 5 things you be aware of, and that's what this topic is about. Early retirement for a lot of folks. Oh, disclaimer: I am not a real estate broker. I'm a real estate investor. I don't have a license, but I'm an investor. I'm just sharing my experience, strength, and hope. I'm also not a public work for the Social Security Administration or anything like that. I'm a recipient. I retired at 65, and I'll get more into that in a little bit into this video. So I'm just sharing my experience, strength, and hope. I'm not a financial advisor. Again, I'm just sharing what works for me, how I did it, and if this can help you, good. And that's what this is about. It's about making an impact. If I can help somebody, I rock and roll. And a lot of this too, and about YouTube, I'm not making any money off of YouTube. I don't know if I'm monetized. I'm up in the air. I've got over 1,000 subscribers. And I'm going to get to the point where that's a good thing too. So stay with me with this. And I want to make a point of something. I do these old trucks like this one I've been doing. And a lot of y'all have been following me, this was down to the chassis, just a chassis, no engine. And I'm building it up from ground up. And I've been putting bits on there, bits and pieces. This old 1950 Ford. And every inch of the way on this truck, it's been biting me, man. And kind of life is like that, at least for me. Some of y'all go through life, good, but this old Brian, man, has a hard time. Now this door, I've spent some money on this door, and I had some warpage going on, and I'm going to stretch the steel. And I assumed, there's where I get in trouble. Well, last night, I found ancient Bondo. So this door has been done many years ago, and they had it so smooth, it fooled me. I thought this part up here was in good shape. So what they did, they had a galley. It looks like a 357 bullet went in there at one time, and they just filled that sucker up with Bondo and smoothed it, and it had me fooled. And I thought I put a magnet. And I remember taking a magnet, because I got like 5 of these doors just for the driver's side. And this one I thought was one of the better ones to restore. And I took a magnet around it. So I guess I overlooked that, Shame on me. So now this door, I don't want to keep putting patch panels. So I'm going to have to skin this whole door, which they don't make skins. I got a shrinker stretcher. I got a bender, a brake, and I'm going to try to make a skin. That's okay. I'm retired, and that's cool, That's the only problem I got today. I don't have any problems. So I just enjoy it. This is my retirement hobby. Hey, and I have fun. I spent a little money on this. Again, getting back to I don't want to shy away from the topic now. I know you tuned in on this. But when retiring early, there's 5 things you really need to look at. And now when I say retiring early, now people can retire if they got a lot of money in their 401k, or they just sold a bunch of real estate and they're rich. They got millions of dollars or $1 million, whatever. If they retire in 50 years old, then this doesn't apply. But it will apply to them when they reach their retirement age, whatever the Social Security has worked for them. Each generation is different. I'm the baby boomer. I was born in the 50s, late 50s, yeah. So this is the way it worked for me. My retirement age early was 62. is early. I could retire. My full retirement age would be 66 and 8 months. And if I waited a longer for the longer benefits, bigger benefits, 70 years, 71-ish, somewhere in there. But no way. I was tired. I was burned out. I was wanting to retire back a long time ago before I was 62. Trust me. A lot of reasons. So here's some of the things you really need. And this is, I don't like quoting. I comparables to a lot of internet surveys and stuff. AARP, they were kind of close on theirs. I don't like. Sometimes they're more liberal based. They're opinionated some way, and I don't like when I'm wanting to get stats. I don't like to go with one-sided organizations. They don't like there's an old guy said, Paul Harvey. They don't tell you the rest of the story. And here's one here. Number one, you can sign up for. You cannot sign up for Medicare when you retire early and file for SSA benefits. Can't even talk right, excuse me. So in other words, if you got that right. All right, so yes, that's accurate. Okay, it's 65. It was 65 for me to get Medicare benefits on my birthday month. It don't matter if you're in July, April, December, whenever that day is, when you're 65, you can start collecting. When you turn 65, you can start collecting Medicare. So if you retire at 62, 63, you get it. 64, you're not going to get Medicare. You're self-insured if you quit your job and retire. Yes. All right. So I waited until I was 65. I have a lot of health issues. I have a medication, and I just felt comfortable. And Medicare is awesome. Let me tell you, it's really good. And Social Security is great too. I'm going to say, don't knock Social Security. It helps. Trust me. So yeah, that is right. Okay. Here's another thing. You can claim SSA. You will get less. Right. When you retire at 62, you will get less than you will if you retire later, at your retirement age, no doubt. And forgive me, I believe in my case, every year it was $20 or more. Now, don't hold me to that. Everybody's different. I suggest check with the Social Security Administration to find out what you get paid. They used to send out a chart and showing, and they haven't done that in years. At least I haven't gotten one. I haven't received one in years, but it had a chart. It showed, your age is up here 65 and here's 62. And it showed every increment of what you can get if you retire at that certain age. And so they can tell you, the people there at Social Security are really helpful. You got to stay on the line a lot, or you can go online too. It's quicker. And you can see your chart tailored for you, because over the years they've calculated what you put in and what you got. And that's one thing I will tell you there. And they're very sharp. Don't ever underestimate. They are good. Social Security Administration is on their A game. I will say that. All right. This is number 3. Retirement is expensive. This is AARP. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Retirement is expensive. Wow. Now, we're in recessionary. Not recessionary. We have inflationary problems right now. So that is expensive. My expenses have doubled when I first originally did a cost annihilation. I every month I analyze what I spend. I do a chart on everything I take in. I mean everything. If I go to McDonald's and get a burger, I write it down how much it cost me. I'm serious. Gas, and I add up everything. So I did a little spreadsheet before I retired, and kind of my expenses. And that's very helpful. And I really suggest do the same thing if you can. Find out what your expenses are and what's coming in, what you got coming in, and what you got going out. Because I knew then that things, I'm not going to make as much as I used to when I worked. I'm not going to have that money coming in. Now, I know a lot of y'all go and say, well, should have had it for. I have investment. I have money in the bank. Let's forget about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what I'm getting from the SSI, Social Security Administration. Okay. And believe it or not, what I get from Social Security pays the staples in life. I can show you right here. I have documented through the months, every month, how much I'm getting and how much I'm spending. Now I've showed you a truck. I buy panels and stuff like that. I got money in the bank. I have money I'm drawing interest on. So, that pays for that kind of stuff, the toys. This is the necessity, what I'm talking about in life. The meals, the food, insurance and that kind of stuff. Now, on a lot of things, expensive, I got to mark on this one. Yeah, inflation has hit us. Prices of homes, of rental and all that. And hopefully when you make that corporate decision to yourself to retire, hopefully you figured out this kind of stuff. I would hope. You would figure, well, rent's this, or maybe my house is paid for, or maybe you're going to live in a camper. I don't know. But you'll figure out something to think outside the box. All right. That was 3. Now, 4. I'm sorry, this is AARP, but you might, I'm sorry, I can't keep a straight face. Forgive me. You might miss work more than you think. Did I really write that? I don't miss work. Every morning I say, thank you, Jesus, I don't have to go to work. Or at least at my regular job. Now I work at working on my panel here, this truck. I mean, this is labor of love, I guess. This is not, you know what I mean, going to work. I don't miss it. I really don't. I mean, maybe it's for some people, if that's all they wrap their life, and I don't mean to be, and forget, I'll tell you what, I want you guys to give me some feedback on this one. I'm not trying to be insensitive or anything, but, just for me, I don't miss work. I'm going to make a video about work. I'm going to tell you, man, I really haven't. I'm sorry. Forgive me on that one, but this is AARP. You might. No, I don't. I'm sorry. Okay. Number 5. Ding, ding. Here you go. Number 5. You might live longer than you think. Yeah, you might. That's right. You might. You might die too when you early too. I know people that. And I hear this stuff. I tell you what, I hear stuff like, well, don't retire. Especially when I was working, the guys would say, you're going to retire? Usually guys that retire, they're dead in 6 months. I don't know. Yeah, I know a guy just died. He's been retired 20 years. Okay. He died. Okay. I know another one's been retired for about 25 years. He just passed away. A couple of guys recently. So yeah, you don't know when you're going to die. You might live longer. How's that? You might. I don't know. I don't know if those tips were helpful from them. Now, I'm going to say, I'm picking stuff apart here because the truth reality is, take care of your health. That's most important. Everybody focuses on how much you're going to make, your income. Sock away money in your 401k, buy real estate, this, that. But man, if you're not taking care of your health, it don't matter what you make or when you retire, And that's the main thing. I didn't see that mentioned on that 5 things. And I don't mean to be picking on. Yeah, I do. I'll be honest with you. You know, they need to look deeper into stuff, talk to more people. And, you know, expenses. Okay. My living expenses have gotten expensive, especially this year. Man, I'll tell you what, the home insurance, live in Florida, it's gone up. Car and auto insurance has gone up. And I did an estimate on my expenses this year is $290. Just rounded off to 300 has increased in the cost of living this year. So originally when I did my, I did a sheet here before I retired. Let me show you that. And this is before I retired. And I figured out my living expenses is $1,536. Okay. Now, mind you, since then we've had COLA raises and all that, so that all changes. And COLA raises is when every year they give you a 2% or whatever. I think the last one, chime in, I forgot, maybe it was 3%. I may be wrong. Chime in, I'd like to hear feedback on that. But another thing too, they didn't explain in this, something you got to be aware of also, when you retire early, before your full retirement age, your earned income rate. So like if you want to get and I'm getting back to the YouTube thing. Remember in the beginning of the video, I said it's probably a good thing I'm not getting paid by YouTube, because I have a limit on what I can earn. And I cannot go over that. And for every $1 I make, or every $2 I make, they charge me $1 or something like that. Again, check with your, like I said, check with your earnings and what you can earn and what you can't earn. And give me 1 second. I'm trying to find that. I don't mean to. I can only make, okay. I can only make $22,000 a year. That was back in 2023. I wrote that down. Now that has, every time that the Social Security Administration gives COLA raises, that raises up too. So that's gotten a little higher. That was back in 2003. We're in 2004. And forgive me, I can't find the sheet. It's a few pennies more, a few dollars more than that, naturally. That was back in 2023. So I even broke it down then. $1,800 a month, is that right? Yeah. I guess that was the earnings limit on that at that time, back then. So you have to go back and check with them. Again, that's why I say it's very important to check what you can earn, you know, at a certain. So you do have a cap on what you can earn. But if you go to 65, I know this, or 60, I'm sorry, 66 and 8 months, they told me, the Social Security Administration told me, after my full retirement, I could make $1 million a month. It's earned income. So, you know, I mean, yeah. So be careful. So that's what you got to be aware of. That's why I'm glad that I'm not making any money. I haven't made any money. I ain't gone out and worked this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm retired, you know. I've been working on my projects, you know, just doing my stuff, playing, I guess. Let's call it playing. But that's the things you got to be aware of. You know, it's all good. It is good to retire. I really enjoy every bit of it. Earnings now. When that's earning. Now, let's say if I go get a job at McDonald's, you know, or go get a job at the bowling alley or whatever, I can only make that much. Now, I can have real estate investments, and I can flip property and make money, but that's investments. That's not earned income. 401ks, CDs, like money in the bank, you know, yield interest. That does not work. That is investment. That doesn't count to the earned income, Social Security. They don't look at that. That's just your investments. So there you go. I hope I've been very helpful with this. Some things you read and the 5 things. I kind of, if I would have read that ARP maybe 3 years ago, I'd have probably been scared to about retirement. And I had a lot of negative input from people, like, hey, don't retire early, you're going to die, or, you can never afford to retire. Yeah, you can. You put your mind to it and you want to, you can. And if you do retire from the job that's stressing you out, you can draw Social Security if you retire early, and you could go get a part-time job. You just got to be aware, do not go over that earned income rate that they set up for you. And you can end up making ends meet really, really nice. It could be really comfortable for you. And it gives you a little bit more time to enjoy life, because nobody's guaranteed tomorrow. That's something. You're not guaranteed tomorrow. So, and like I said, all y'all young folks out there, live for the day, save for tomorrow. Trust me, it comes quicker than you think it does. And with that, please like and subscribe to my channel, and give me a thumbs up, share it with a friend, become a member. I need all the help I can. There's a lot of things important today. You know what they are. Lord Jesus Christ, my wife, I always better say that. I mean it. My kids, I love them. My family, I love them. My friends, love y'all. My country, and you folks, you know what? Be good to yourself. God bless you.